Wrestling fans, promoters, wrestlers, and anyone who enjoys pro wrestling now have something new to be excited about. The Wrestling Fans International Association, the WFIA, is back. WFIA is an association that exists to promote, grow, and support professional wrestling throughout the world. Membership is free. Your membership includes a free digital bi-monthly publication of the Wrestling Fan News newsletter, association updates, voting privileges, and much more. Please go to thewfia.org, that's THEWFIA.org, and become a member today.
Welcome, everybody, to the Pro Wrestle Zone podcast. We are here. We're going to be talking some Coliseum Pro Wrestling this coming Friday, August 4th. Clash at the Coliseum. I'm Rick Santo. We got Matt DaCorte. We are here today with the premier, Luis Leone. What's going on, my friend? Dietrich is here somewhere, but I think he's MIA. Oh, there he is.
Yep, there he is.
There he is. So what's up, Luis Leone?
Well, I'm proud to say that the search is over. I found a tag team partner.
Oh, really?
And
yeah, I know you've been in search for the last couple of weeks. We've seen the videos. So what's going on?
Yeah. Well, I've been looking all over. I've been going from one place to the other. I tried phoning Savio Vega. I tried getting Nicole Matala, as you guys have seen. I even tried getting a bus driver. All right. I'm desperate to look for a partner. And people are either too busy or they are just not on my caliber of talent. All right. But I found someone young, hungry, and willing to fight when I say fight.
And who may this person be?
Well, we haven't seen him in Coliseum Pro Wrestling in a little while. And last time we seen him, he was in a ring with Jermaine Marbury at CPW Redemption. This man is Kevin Kidd.
Okay.
That's right. Kevin Kidd.
This is a kid with a bright young future here. Very talented young man.
That's right. I'm trying to bring in stars. I'm trying to make people a star. All right. That's what I've been doing so far in CPW. I've been making people look like a star. Jermaine Marbury is one. Steven Garcia was another. And coming Friday, the Vetrano brothers are going to be another team that I make a star. But they're not going to get a win. Come on now. They suck.
Matt, you want to comment on that?
Well, that's a bit of a bold statement. I mean, the Vetrano brothers, they are young, but I think they have a very bright future ahead. And
I'm not denying their talent. I'm not denying that they don't have a good future ahead of them. I'm just saying, after all this time in Coliseum Pro Wrestling, you guys haven't gotten a win yet. Come on now.
I just got a quick follow up to that, Premier. The Vetranos, they are actual brothers, and in the ring, even though they've come up short in their last couple outings in Coliseum Pro Wrestling, I don't believe you've ever tagged with Kevin Kidd. So how is that lack of time in the ring together as a unit? How do you think that will affect your performance as a team?
Well, you got to understand. I'm the one in charge here. All right? So he does what I tell him to. He knows to follow my orders, follow my directions. So Kevin Kidd, he knows how to be a winner. And that's what he's going to be. All right? Because I'm the only one in this match who's actually gotten a win in Coliseum Pro Wrestling. And
he does have a point there.
Yes, sir, I do. So if he listens to me, then he will get a win also. But if he doesn't, that's on him. He's the one that messed up, not I.
I like your confidence.
Thank you. Not like your eye patch.
We have
Looks
technical
amazing.
difficulties.
It's made by Gucci.
Well, I mean,
Matt,
I
you got something to say?
Well, I guess I'll kind of step in for Rick here, since once again technical difficulties seem to be the story of the evening for my good friend over there.
Yes.
So Premier, you mentioned that if Kevin Kidd listens to you, if he follows your orders, that this should be an easy night for you. So what kind of orders, what kind of strategy are you going to tell him to beat the Vetrano brothers?
I think I'm just gonna let that known right here. Come on now. I'm not gonna let out my strategy for our win. All right, just live right here. I'm not gonna do that. The Vetrano brothers, they're gonna learn, okay, and they're going to witness what we do, because you have to understand this also. Kevin Kidd, he's not just doing this for me. He's not just doing this to become future tag team champions for Coliseum Pro Wrestling. He's doing it for his girlfriend. He's doing it for his unborn child. All right? That's who he's doing it for. He has a good moral reason to want this win. So if he's smart, he will listen. Simple as that.
Understood. And so, dare I ask, what will you do if he doesn't listen?
If he doesn't listen, we'll just have to wait and see.
Welcome, Fly Nye Noriega, to Clash in the Coliseum preview show. Here we are tonight. We got PaidNFull in the house. What's going on, Fly
Now
Nye?
we're trying to get down to the nitty gritty, man.
Talk to him. We live action with it, Rick.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're just talking about Luis Leone here. In his tag team match, he's found his partner, which he revealed to be Kevin Kidd, going against the Vetrano brothers. What's your opinion on that?
You said the pre-show?
This
Luis
is a
Leone?
preview show, sir. This is
Oh,
the
no. I
preview
know what
show.
you said. I know what you said. This is the preview show. But you
Oh.
talk about Luis Leone, the pre-show.
Okay.
Ain't no pre-show over here, my G. Come on now. Ain't no
Come on,
pre-show.
I'll show you some love, cuz. I'll show you some love.
Come on now.
You know, I'm looking forward to seeing what you could do, man, in the tag team division, man. Finally, you got something to sink your teeth in with Kevin the Kid. I'm glad
That's
to see
right.
that dynamic is going to be pretty ill on cam.
That's right, man. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Because now he's going to get a win. And the Vetrano brothers are going to do what they do best, and that's lose time and time again.
Oh, I thought you were going to say look up at the lights, man. That would have been a
Oh,
better
they're
one.
going to look up at the lights. They're going to see me and Kevin Kidd with our hands up in the air. Come on now.
Okay. We'll see what you do,
All
man.
right,
Maybe you
all
can
right.
celebrate with PaidNFull, man. Maybe if you get the win, you could be invited into PaidNFull's, VIP locker room.
That'll be a lot of fun. I
We'll
heard
see.
you
We'll see, man.
guys
You just
do.
got to get
I
the
heard
dub
you
first,
guys
man.
do
If so,
get
man,
the
if you get
best.
the win, you might be on the VIP list. Who knows? We got to see.
Yep.
There's a VIP locker room in the Elks Lodge?
Come on now. PaidNFull has their own
I'm
exclusive
just-
locker room, Rick. You got to get up to speed with
All
this.
right, all right.
I'm
It-
tired.
All right,
It's
all right.
selling at
bumping
Coliseum.
in there, Rick. It's bumping in there.
Okay.
I
Not
have-
even
I
the
haven't-
champion has their own PaidNFull locker room. Come on now. I'm VIP.
I'm the lead
Champions
commentator. I haven't been invited.
because the champions
Come
ain't
on,
as
Rick.
important
Rick,
as you
Rick, you got
guys.
the invite, Rick. You was stuck indoors promoting PWZ, which is fine. You had to support your business, but at the same time, you could have stepped into the PaidNFull locker room.
Hey, listen,
Is it, we got
listen.
booze?
I'm not as nice as Fly now. You feel me? Like, if you're not a member, then you got to pay that initial fee, because we always bought that bag. You dig?
Oh yeah, talk
So
to him.
just knock on the door. If you're not on the list, we can negotiate something. You know what I'm saying? But once you walk in there, it's gonna be paradise. That's all I can say. That's all I can say, baby.
Just a note, folks. It ain't cheap.
Who goes
Corey, you
on in
already
the
know what's up.
VIP
You popped
stays
out,
in the
DaCorte. I remember
VIP.
DaCorte popped out for a second real quick to the PaidNFull locker room. He knocked
I
on the
did.
door real quick.
It's an
You did.
experience. It's an experience. Let me
Walked
tell
out
you.
with his tie
Indeed.
loosened everything,
It
sweating
is
everything.
indeed live action in the PaidNFull locker room.
Live
Indeed.
action, baby.
And there you go. There you go.
Hey,
We're gonna
yo.
go down the whole show now. Fly Night, PaidNFull. You guys are gonna be involved in a match with Malik Delvante. He's making his Coliseum debut. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this guy's?
You gotta
Yes,
correct
sir.
yourself real quick.
Yes,
you
sir.
gotta
Yes,
correct
sir.
yourself. It's not Malik Delmonte. It is Malik Del Monte.
Del Monte.
Okay.
Hey, do your research on Del Monte. How about that?
I'm gonna have to do some research here. All right, you're right.
Yes, sir. Come on,
There you
now.
go. All right, hey man, this is my first time encountering this gentleman here.
Well,
You know,
here's the thing. Here's the thing I want to ask the PaidNFull crew about Mr. Del Monte is he's someone that I'm personally not familiar with, and I've been here, there, and everywhere, much like everybody in this chat room. So, Fly E, have you guys done your research? What do you got in store for Mr. Del Monte?
Talk to him, Fly now.
So let's run it back to the middle of May. Fly packed the bags, hopped on a plane, and went down to Georgia. It's like, hold on, I went on a bus and then flew back. Let me correct myself. Let me speak in facts. So I went down to Georgia, and I encountered the one and only, I guess you could say, the debonair, full of air, Malik Del Monte. So me and him, we encountered in Georgia. We duked it out in Georgia, and I came back to CT with the dub. So Malik wants to come now, stepping into my stomping grounds of CT. And not only my stomping grounds of CT, Coliseum is my home. So for me to be, the gatekeeper for Malik to come into this promotion and think that he can run roughshod as this new, uppity up kind of guy, nah, it ain't it. This is PaidNFull business, and I'm going to do exactly what I said I'm going to do, and I'm going to beat his ass. I'm not worried about him one bit. What I am worried about, and you all know what I'm worried about, is the Coliseum World Championship. That heavyweight title should be mine, and everybody knows that in this chat room.
We got two of you guys here now. Luis Leone, Mr. The Premier, had said at the last show that he's coming for all the gold. Is that correct?
That's right.
We got Fly Night here coming for the gold as well.
Right now, Fly Night, he can go for the heavyweight title. He can. All right. Right now, I'm focused on the tag team gold. All right. We're sticking with first things first here. All right.
First things first. Let's speak in facts, Mr. Leone. I'll be respectful. I said what I was gonna do last show. If you are a fan of the product, you've seen exactly that. And I buried Steven Garcia. If so, where is Steven Garcia right now as we speak? Has anybody heard from Steven since the show? I haven't.
Nope.
I've had my pops tried to call me several times. Hey, man, what you did to your brother was wrong. Now, I don't care. Go right to voicemail. I don't want to hear it. I cuffed him up. You ain't going to see him again. So why am I not being rewarded for that? Why am I not being rewarded for being a man of my word?
You know why? I answer that for you, Fly Now. I answer that for you because they want PaidNFull to make more examples out of the CPW roster. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see nice guys. They want to see pain and punishment, and I believe they want PaidNFull to give it to them.
I like that. Paid and punishment. I like that. No,
you know what I mean? So
just put that on a shirt.
To sum that up, because I don't want to hold y'all. Line them up, and I'm gonna make sure, even though I don't have to. Now, my brother, Fly Nine Noriega, knocks him down. Premier, I noticed that you hunting them tag teams. Stay on that path because I like your style, and I wouldn't have to want to make an example out of you or have my brother make an example out of you because you stepping in PaidNFull business. You dig? I respect you, but the bag is more important.
I respect y'all as well. I respect y'all. All right. And I know that myself, the Premier Luis Leone, and Fly Nine Noriega, and PaidNFull, we can find common ground and run CPW. All right. Because we are the best in the company. Let's just speak facts right here. You and I are the best in CPW. I'm going to prove it.
Too much now. Don't gas me up too much now.
Hey, come on now. I seen the match you had with Garcia. I've seen you bury him. Come on now. You hear that crowd? You heard them? Come on.
If I can speak, and this is on the record, that was the first ever This is awesome. This
Mhm.
is the first ever CPW chance that we had. So you know what? For us to be, in this circle of Coliseum and to be the ones that are the up and comers, because there's already guys that are established that have come into these doors, but for the people that are on the ground coming up and making a presence in this company, it is us. I'll give you your flowers because you respectfully are giving me mine, so I'll give you that.
Yes, sir.
If
All
this was
great
drink
points. I know
champs
that
right
you-
now, I have
all great
drink right now.
points.
Brr, 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 brr. If this was drink champs,
That's right, G. But yo, we can run Coliseum Pro Wrestling together. No problem. I'll run the tag division. You run the heavyweight title division. All right.
Luis Leone, is there anybody else that you're looking forward to getting in the ring with, possibly after this match?
Well,
Are you
there's
looking at Hustle and
Nutrious
Muscle?
X.
Yeah.
There's Nutritious X, the current Strong Will Champion. I still have to go for that one as well. Come on now. The former champion, Chris Battle. Let's not talk about the meatball marinara known as Lorenzo Vendetta. Let's also talk about Jake Lynn. Fly and I already know you got Hunter Tarca settled, all right, when you take that belt from him after you finish your business on Friday. I mean, anyone you put me in the ring with is going to be match of the night. Anyone you put me in the ring with, I make people look like stars.
Anybody else got anything else? Do you guys have any closing comments?
for me, other than that, I know I'm going to go into Coliseum next Friday. I'm prepared already, not just for this show, but for the following show. And not only that, I'm prepared for the show after that, because I'm not only set on just making an example out of the CPW roster. I am so determined on making an example out of Hunter Tarca in the long run, because why is the Outlaw for his first show getting a title match? That just it's crazy to me. I know management has it out for me, and I know for a fact that they want to see me go crazy. They want to see this different level of fly nod, because I'm gonna be honest, every single time you see me, it's just I'm getting more and more, screws loose in the head. Like they're playing games with me, and I can't handle it anymore. He already knows. We've had conversations privately about the matters that are going on and how I feel like I'm being screwed out of opportunity after opportunity. And I'm not letting that opportunity slip through my fingers. So after I make an example out of Malik, if I don't get a title match at the next show in October, I'm going to make an example out of whoever it is. I don't care how hot the competition is. I'm going to make an example out of everyone.
Hey, listen. Why not? They ain't ready.
They ain't ready.
Coliseum Pro Wrestling. Y'all not ready, man.
All right, that is August 4th. You guys are going against Malik Del Monte.
Talk to
And,
him, Rick. Talk to him. Let him know what it is.
Luis Leone and Kevin Kidd against the Vetrano brothers. 2 matches I'm really looking forward to. Gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for joining us here tonight. We're got
One thing I have to get off my chest. I apologize for cutting you off, but I need to get this off my chest. Win, lose, or draw. If Kevin listens to me, then it will be a guaranteed victory. But win, lose, or draw, the double L, Luis Leone, will always get the dub. And that is straight facts.
How do you do that? I can't do that. That just ain't me. It ain't for me.
What kind of factor?
Before I get off this live, though, I do want to say one thing to Court, because I see him smirking up in the top corner over there. Hey, man, Pop DaCorte is Matt DaCorte. That's my dog right there.
Talk to him. Let him know.
Hey, yo, one man punch. You already know what it is, baby.
Yes,
Thank you guys for stopping in. Thank you very much.
Yo,
and
Rick.
we're going to talk to y'all soon. Yes, sir.
Thank you for the opportunity. Like always, I appreciate that.
As always, anytime you want to come back, you should shoot me a text.
Hey, yo,
Already
if
know
you
the
guys
vibes.
happen
Thank
to
you.
see Don out there, tell him I want my freaking garlic knots.
Yeah, fuck Don.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
We're starting off hot here at PWZ talking about CPW tonight, Rick.
We are. We got some other guests we got to get to tonight, of course, Nutrious X, and we're supposed to hear from First Class as well. I have not heard. I have not heard, or at least Johnny Santos. Nutrious X supposed to join us at in about 10 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes. And at some point, we're supposed to hear from Hunter Tarca as well. So let me see if he's going to be around as soon as he can. But we have a whole stacked show on Friday, August 4th. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Hunter Tarca, of course, taking on the Iron Outlaw John West. John West making his debut for Coliseum. He's getting the title shot right away. Have you?
Tick tock. The time is ticking and the days are getting shorter to August 4th when the Iron Outlaw John West makes his debut to CPW. But it's not for who, it's for what. You see, I'm coming to CPW for the World Heavyweight Championship, which just so happens to be around the waist of Hunter Tarca. Now, Hunter, there's obviously a reason you're the World Heavyweight Champion. I've heard nothing but great things about you. People give you 2 thumbs up. And if there are any judges around, I'm sure they give you a perfect score. But you see, Hunter, the only reason that exists is because yours truly is not around. So, Hunter, for the next couple of weeks, for the next handful of days, I want you to really enjoy yourself. Because come August 4th, your days are going to get dark and gloomy. But before I go, there's one thing that I just want to say. You see, you obviously know being World Heavyweight Champion, it comes with a lot of skill and knowledge. But there's one thing that you don't know that I will teach you, and that's that life will hit you hard, but the Iron Outlaw will knock you out.
What's your opinion on this match, Matt?
Well, that's the thing. It's one of those things, and this is one thing I love about CPW is we're bringing in faces that you don't normally see around the circuit. You know, it's not the same people, the same matches over and over again. There's a lot of great wrestling in the Northeast, especially in Connecticut, but we're going to give you something a little different. We're going to give more people opportunities to see what they have, and this match is a prime example of that. Now, just want to preface something that I am actually, unfortunately, due to a conflict, not going to be there on August 4th. I'm very upset about that. But it is what it is, you know, unfortunately. But Coliseum Pro Wrestling Management, you were kind enough to let me join you and, you know, still talk about how great this wonderful promotion is. And I love Coliseum, so I'm going to talk about how great it is any chance I get. So what intrigues me about this match, going back to the match itself, is that, you know, Hunter Tarca, he's Coliseum Pro Wrestling Champion. He is one of the brightest prospects in the game today, and he is beginning to realize that potential and put it all into action. Now, I will say this, you know, Hunter's been on a roll. Now, if you're young and you get on a big streak like that, I'm not saying he is, maybe we can talk to him about this, but sometimes it goes to your head. Sometimes you start underestimating people, and that's the thing. You know, John West, he calls himself the Outlaw. Outlaws are rugged, outlaws are tough. So if you're calling yourself that, I'm assuming that's the way you are. And if Hunter Tarca underestimates him, you know, he's in for a rough night. You can't do that when you're on that level, especially when you have a target on your back when you're a champion. And it's all. I'll make a sports analogy here because, you know, in some sports they say it's the soft.
This is a sport, you know.
What's that?
This is a sport, you know.
Well, I'll make a football sports reference or a
Okay, there
baseball
we go.
sport
There we
reference.
go. There we go.
In the sense that in those sports, there's sometimes a term that gets flown around called the sophomore slump, where the
Yes.
first year, if there's a really talented rookie and he has a breakout year, one of the things is because there's no tape for any of the teams to watch of them at a major league level, so there's nothing really to study. And then once there is in the second year, if you don't adapt, you slump. And that's the thing. I hope Hunter is still on his game. I hope he's still hungry. I hope he's not taking anything lightly, because if he does, we could see a massive upset here. And I will say this: Fly and I had a point. John West, I'm sure he's very talented. I'm sure he's got a lot to offer. I'm sure that's why Coliseum Pro Wrestling Management put him in that title fight. But it is a little, I can see how the rest of the roster that's been grinding and scratching and clawing for an opportunity might be a little off put by him jumping the line.
Right.
But hey, we'll see. Like I said, if this guy's management had to see something in this guy. So, if they're bringing him in for a reason, it might be an upset to us, but it might not be an upset to John West. It might be exactly what he thought was going to happen. So that's what makes this matchup so intriguing to me, Rick.
Yeah, that's going to be. I'm very interested in seeing John West make his debut. Of course, Hunter Tarka making his return. He was not at the last show. Let's see. Of course, there's a Hustle and Muscle. There's an open challenge there. And there's so much more. Hunter Tarka, I believe, is going to be joining us shortly. I just heard back from him. Speaking of which, First Class against the Haven. This show, which, it's kind of an exciting thing. It's sorry that you're not going to be there, Matt, but you are a very
I'm pissed about it, but
you are a very important. You're a very important part of Coliseum Wrestling, and of course, you're a very important part of the show when you do join, because it's always a pleasure having you on here. And
that's why I'm here, man. I love CPW. I love PWZ,
and I consider you a very vital part. You're on, every time you're on this show, boom, we have a blast here, and there's another couple debuts: Mills Hendricks and Ham making his.
Yes.
Actually, he's not debuting; he is returning.
Yes, that is accurate.
He made his debut last summer at the show in Bridgeport. It was the first.
Correct.
It was the only show that we did outside of the Elks Lodge, West Haven.
Correct.
So,
yes.
which, and of course, don't forget, everybody, this is going to be a television taping for WON Sports. You can see the logo behind me. Late August, or early to late August, even maybe early September, Coliseum Pro Wrestling is debuting on WON Sports, a 1-hour weekly television show. I'm currently in the works of putting some episodes together. You're going to get to see that action come down, support, be as loud and as rowdy as possible on August 4th.
Right? Be a part of the action. Be a part of one of the fastest growing promotions in the Northeast.
This is a company I sincerely believe in. That's why I'm a part of it. That's why, when they asked me to do television commentary, I didn't even think about it. Having a blast sitting in that booth. I'm having a blast. Every show I have been to by Coliseum within the first year has been an amazing one. And it's got some of the greatest talent based out of the northeastern part of the United States.
Absolutely, it does. And like I said, we're building on it. And that's, and I mentioned it before, that's what I love about this is we're not giving you the same talent. Well, I mean, we are to an extent, but we're not giving you the same matchups. We're bringing in new people, and we want to give our guys challenges. We want to change things up a little bit, show something new for the fans, and we want to give you the best show we possibly can. And I think we got a winning formula going on here in Coliseum.
Absolutely. There's just something about Coliseum. It's just an amazing, and it's a unique experience. The last show that we had was Opportunity for Success 2. Was an
biggest show we ever had.
Yeah, absolutely. And we decided that's the first time we decided to bring sponsors in, which that was a total success. Of course, those are matches you're going to actually end up seeing here on that logo right there, WON Sports. You can start seeing those. That event is streaming on YouTube right now as well. It was a tremendous, tremendous show. Of course, as made reference to Just in the last like few minutes, Fly Nine Noriega was talking about Sunset Steve. They had an incredible. I can't even call it a match. I got to call it a war.
It was a fight. It was a fight. It was brutal. And Fly and I was right. You know, that it was awesome, but it's something I hope I never have to see again. That was as real as it gets, my friends.
Yes, absolutely. So let's see. Like we said, the Vetrano brothers, those are guys we were supposed to have them as guests. Of course, they couldn't make it tonight when we originally scheduled this program. It's unfortunate. Those guys, of course, Luis Leone, Kevin Kidd. Kevin Kidd is a very talented young man. I got to see him a couple times, and the Vetrano brothers are a unique tag team in a way. They are they look like they're coming out of like the Hart School or something to that effect. And I've said that several times with maybe Dynamite Kid, British Bulldogs, maybe the Owen Hart and Bret Hart, etc.
Oh yeah, no, they're classically trained, and they got that classic style, they got that classic look, and it's only a matter of time until these guys put it all together and start climbing the ranks. You know, they've had a little bit of tough luck, but I mean, they've been in there with some heavy hitters here. You know, like we don't give any layups here at Coliseum Pro Wrestling. It's not what we do. And you know, like I said, these guys are young, they're hungry, and they're, how do I put this? They learn from their mistakes, and that's the thing. This is only going to make them better. And I honestly think that the lack of cohesion, and I didn't want to say it in front of them, but the ego of Luis Leone might cost them the match, and I think the Vetranos could very well get their first win. And speaking of winners, look who we got here.
Hey, what's going on?
Coliseum World Heavyweight Champion Hunter Tarca is with us. He's going to be taking on the Iron Outlaw John West this coming Friday. Hunter, how are you, man?
Doing good. Nice and refreshed. Got back from Florida on Tuesday evening. Be ready to go next Friday. It's already almost here.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to it. Tell us your opinion about your upcoming match with John West. He's making his debut for Coliseum Pro, and he's going right for you.
Yeah, man. Why tiptoe around when you can go straight at the top? I've seen a couple of his matches. I know how athletic and talented this guy is. This is going to be an exciting one for sure.
Yeah. Yep. Matt?
Yeah, and that was one thing that Rick and I were discussing before you popped in there, Hunter, was John West is someone that, we're not too familiar with, and, the fan base might not be familiar with. So what do you think the Outlaws' strengths are, and what are you going to do to neutralize that and defend your championship?
I mean, I don't want to give away too many of my pointers. I mean, the guy's going to be watching. I can't be giving away the whole strategy, but he's a guy that's similar in my stature. So it's going to be probably a type of blow for blow type encounter. So I got to be prepared to hit a little bit harder, be a little bit quicker, and try and get the better of him.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. We got another guy coming in here. You ready? We got the Strong Will Champion.
All right,
Nutrious X. Here we go. Stepping in here. Who's got a big match
by
that was announced. Yeah, we are. So, Nutrious X has a big match that was announced this week against Bobby Buffet. That's a match I'm looking forward to there too.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's funny. I'm looking forward to that match too, because last time we were supposed to go 1-on-1, it didn't happen because we got a little interrupted by the Travis Jacobs. But I'm gonna say that Bobby definitely gave me a run for my money during that match. So this time around, when we go 1-on-1, I got something to prove, not only to myself but to the fans, to show that I can take Bobby Buffet 1-on-1.
Got it.
Right.
And Nutrious, one thing I want to ask about this matchup, because this is definitely why. I mean, there's a ton of killer matchups on this card, but this is definitely one of the ones I'm looking forward to seeing. And Bobby Buffet, he's hungry, not just literally, but he's hungry to become one of the best in this business. and he has a size and probably, in my opinion anyway, a power advantage over you. Does that concern you at all?
You can have size, you can have power, you can have everything. You can use anything you want against me, but there's one thing about me that's different from a lot of guys. I think differently. I've been through positions where I've gotten guys bigger than Bobby, and I've beaten them. So this is just another run in the course. To be honest, the thing that gets me about Bobby, it's for a big dude, he has power, but he also has speed too. You know what I mean? The fans love him. So there's no hate there. It's just something that has to be done.
Understood.
He can move good for a guy his size as well.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of guys his size that don't move the way he does.
Right.
And that's noted. But then again, I don't think like a lot of guys. I do things a lot different. I wasn't always the man that I am today. I had to do things a little dirty back then. Sometimes you never know. Things might bring back the little memories.
I definitely remember those days, and you know, I don't want to stir the pot too much here. You know, I'm not Don Kincaid, but you know, we got one.
Don's retired, by the way, right?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Yeah. He'll be back next week.
But you know, we got two champions here. You know, we got Nutrious X and we got Hunter Tarca here. So Nutrious is, you know, you got the Strong Will Championship now, but I mean, you got the heavyweight championship in your sights at some point.
It's nothing, you know, personal to Hunter, but definitely after Strong World Championship, after I'm done with it, it's definitely going to be in my sight. And whether he's a champion or not, I'm going forward. I got to do what I got to do to be on top of CPW.
Hunter, what's your opinion?
Well, I mean, I respect it, you know. All I'll say is whenever, man, anybody want to step up, even if you still got the Strong Will title, you know, maybe, you know, there's a type of champion versus champion match in the future, but
I'd love to see that.
Whenever, man.
And again, I don't want to play matchmaker.
Is there anybody?
Here, but, you know, it's like if you guys both win your matches next Friday, you know, this is. I mean, I think your styles will go together well. I mean, you got, you know, Nutrious X. He's a veteran of the game. You know, I've seen him wrestle all kinds of people, and he matches up well with just about anybody. And, you know, Hunter, I said it before you got on here. I truly believe that you were one of the brightest prospects on the scene today. And, you know, every time you show up, you got something new in your arsenal. And so I think a matchup between the two of you, you know, I might get in the matchmaker's ears, you know, after Friday's over, depending on how things shake down. So
how's it? So how's it feel about returning to Coliseum, Hunter? You've been away for a little bit. You missed a show. So how's it feel coming in? You got this Iron Outlaw gentleman.
Yeah, I did miss one. Kind of disappointed that I did. It was a heck of a show. Would love to have been a part of it. Wish I was around and in town for that one. But yeah, Iron Outlaw. You know, we talked about him a little bit earlier, but he's an impressive specimen. And it's going to be a very difficult challenge. But I've been upping my game in training, you know, in and out of the ring. So I'm ready for him.
Great. Don't forget, this is going to be taped for WON Sports. It's going to be this will be a TV taping. Coliseum Pro Wrestling is going to be airing there starting in the late August, early September. So this is something that I'm really looking forward to happening. So I hope you guys are, you know, put in your greatest effort for a television taping now that we're going to be on live TV.
Always come to impress.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. Do you guys have anything else that you want to offer about your opponents, either of you?
You know, I talked about it a little bit. I'm very excited for this one. New challenge. Our match alone will be worth the price of admission. The Strong Will Championship is just gravy. And every other match after that's going to be a banger. So, and like you said, on TV, it's not going to be one you want to miss. This one. Also, quick side note.
Sure.
We got new T-shirts. They'll be available for sale at the next Coliseum show. So, I had to do a little plug there. I apologize.
No.
I'm not that sorry. I'm not that sorry.
Let's start the pre-orders. Let's do it.
There you go. All right, Nutrious, you got anything?
The only thing I gotta say is, since the day I won this title, I'm gonna make it mean more than it meant in the past 2 years that Chris Battle had it. Now, after Bobby steps up, I'm telling you, I'm gonna walk out still the champion. And any man that steps up after that, come prepared. And I welcome you. But there's one thing that you're not gonna do, and that's take this title away from me. So by the time I see you, Hunter, you're right. I probably still will be holding this title.
I thank both you gentlemen for coming in tonight and sharing your thoughts about this upcoming show and your opponents. Let's do this again sometimes. You guys are always welcome back.
See ya.
Sounds good, man.
Thanks, guys.
Take it easy.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
There we are.
Everybody, welcome the New Age Tag Team Champions, First Class Sebastian Cage and Johnny Santos, taking on Even this coming Friday, Coliseum Pro Wrestling. Welcome, gentlemen. How are you?
We're good. We are fantastic. And just to confirm, Sebastian will tell you, Matt DaCorte would especially tell you, it is El Johnny Santos. Con más respeto.
El dueño, El Johnny.
Hear that? He's on the same page. Here we go. Rick, are you taking notes?
I'm taking notes. I'm gonna have to
write it down
for next time.
It took me many times and many corrections and many embarrassing moments to get it right, Rick. It's okay.
Don't hurt me.
Matt's still embarrassing himself to this day. But
yeah.
Continue.
I told you, cut him off every time because it needs to be cut. You need to be cut off. Sometimes you talk too much. So.
We love you. We love you, Matt, but just do better.
You see how he looked the way he knows we're right.
I know. Much love and respect to you guys too. Trust.
You know what time it is. We're winning. We're the stars.
Wow, there you go. Gentlemen, thank you for coming in. I'm looking forward to this match because you guys you guys as a tag team are debuting. It's not your debut individually, it's your debut as a tag team for Coliseum. You guys are the New Age Tag Team Champions. You guys are coming in to defend those titles against Sean Knight, Jay Onyx, The Haven.
Listen, Sebastian. I know the Haven very well. If you don't know them, apparently Rick doesn't know them either.
No, I know.
I know Matt. I know Matt DaCorte knows them very well. They are one of the top tag teams in Connecticut and Massachusetts. I know them very well from Wrestling Open. They're a lot to handle, and you are correct that we are debuting as a tag team. We're defending our titles. However, Sebastian, can you give them a spoiler of lo que va a pasar?
You know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? ¿Sabes qué es lo que va a pasar? Listen, for all the Spanish people tuning in, ¿sabes lo que le va a pasar? La primera clase va a ganar. That's it. That's the bottom line. Simple, that's the bottom line. And in English, for all the English watchers, first class is going to win across the line, period, point blank. I don't know what else you could put in there, but we're going to win because we are the best tag team in this business, period. No matter how you want to put it.
ODIFC over the Haven.
No way.
Write it down. Matt, are you taking notes this time?
Take the notes.
Thank you.
ODIFC, it is the only way to go. But you got to be specific though when you come in because you can't come in unless you are.
Gotta come correct.
That's it.
What do you think, Rick?
I believe you. There you go. I'm with you guys.
See that? There was no rebuttal on that. I like that because he didn't even think about it. He said, yeah, you're gonna win. That's it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Believe is like almost like a belief. Like it's something that like you have to just believe in something that doesn't exist or like something that's you can't hold on to.
I don't want to get my ass kicked, you know.
You have to understand that El Johnny Santos, elegido, fucking language. Can we curse on here?
We're good, bro. We're first class.
We're not gonna curse. We're not gonna curse. That's okay. That's okay. We don't want to hurt Rick's feelings.
We're first class. We can do whatever we want.
Off air, okay? So,
yeah, that's fine. So it's not a belief, all right? It's fact. It's like a science.
Yes.
Facts. We're champions for a reason.
Exactly.
And not only that, and we're not only champions, but we are the best thing happening.
Okay.
Period.
We just gotta just prove the point with the Haven.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Like
and that's the thing, Rick. Everybody watching, these guys are as real as it gets. They don't make no bones about it. They know how talented they are, and they're gonna let you know, as you've just seen. And I guess guys, my question to you guys is that the Haven, their biggest weapons are their speed and their agility, their ability to move and fly around.
Yeah.
How do you guys plan on stopping that and capitalizing?
Their speed? You mean speed? You mean my neck in the woods?
You talking to the speed?
I'm the speed god, bro.
You must not know.
You're pretty lit. If I don't.
No, exactly. So then you know. So the speed's not a problem.
There's smoke coming out of his goddamn boots when we move so fast.
Yo, bro, speed is not an issue. What was the other thing he said?
Their agility. I don't know.
Agility. Bro, I'm the king of that. We're good.
I'm gonna give them this. I'm gonna give the Haven this. They've been tagging, I think, for longer than we have. I think they're almost brothers, but the difference is that we are brothers. We don't really play those games. We're talking to the speed demon, the list superstar, Sebastian Cage, but El Johnny Santos. If you see the last match that I had with Double G, I do what it takes to win. If they're fast, I will stop them. I will find a way. We will find a way. If they end up in the hospital because of a broken ankle, maybe they fall a little hard on the outside.
Sorry.
Maybe I pick their leg and twist it a certain way. I will always find a way. All the IFC are problem solvers. We always find a way
to win. And after that, what we're gonna do after that. I know what we're gonna do after that, but Matt, we're gonna win.
Matt knows what.
Matt, right after. What we're gonna do right after.
What it takes to keep our gold and to get more.
Yeah.
And there ain't no party like a first class party.
Right. Exactly. You see, you said the magic words.
Write down an extra point for Matt. Take off.
Yeah,
add one more point for Matt.
Yo, Matt, look, I'm writing it down right now. Look, I'm writing it down right now.
Thank you. Also, too, Sebastian, is the beard a temporary thing, or is that going to be a more permanent fixture?
No, that's forever, bro.
Okay. He looks absolutely fantastic.
Look at my new look. Look, I got a new look coming. You know what I'm saying? I got the new look.
Matt, hey, Matt, Rick, let's just say, leave your wives at home,
please,
and your daughters at home, assuming they're over 18.
Thank you.
Otherwise, we're not only walking out with a W and our titles. Does that make sense? ¿Entiendes?
Yeah, I get it.
I got you.
So just leave them at home. It's all good.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Otherwise, they're going to wind up in their after party.
You don't want to know where they're going to wind up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, it's real life. It's real life. It's going to happen. Don't bring them.
But Matt, hey, Rick, you see how Matt like kind of understands the concept, but
that's where we're at.
I've seen it many times. I've seen it many times.
You guys are the champions. You guys have an advantage going into that walkout. So so that's another thing. I'm looking forward to that.
We got the champions advantage. The tail is always a time. It's a rule. Hey man, we like rules. We also like to break them. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, say that again. Wait, say that again.
We know the rules, and because we know them, we like to break them.
Ah, man. I love that. You know why? Because that's who we are.
We just do what it takes to win. All the IFC style.
All the way. We're gonna win regardless.
I didn't expect you guys to be so blunt about it, but I respect it. I definitely respect it.
Hey, listen, if the ref don't catch it, it didn't happen.
It never happened. Even if you see it,
come on.
Seen it.
Yes.
It is what it is.
100% correct. If the ref doesn't see it, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, but you listen.
Rick knows the rules.
Yo, check this out. You've seen it. You've seen it a million times, but you never open your mouth to say anything, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because he knows the repercussions.
Yeah.
Don't say nothing.
That 1 point is going to be -10.
Yeah.
So Matt knows.
Look, you just added a point to yourself. You
Matt knows.
Maybe pull out the phone. Exactly, man. There we go.
Gentlemen, do you have anything else to say about this show? I'm glad to see that you guys are debuting as a tag team and bringing those belts. Do you have anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
I mean, we are also ecstatic. August 4th, we're going to be at Coliseum.
Yep.
New Haven, our debut against the titles. We understand muy bien, entendemos muy bien, muy
100%.
claro
100%.
who the Haven are, what they bring to the table.
Yep.
What I hope they understand is that we bring more to the table. We bring more gold. We bring more women. We bring more drinks. We bring more hookah.
And everything else.
Matt, tell Rick, what kind of party we having? What is it? Again, say it.
There ain't no party like a first class party.
That's right.
There you go.
Because it's lit.
All right. I'm looking forward to it. Gentlemen, I want to say thank you very much for joining the show today and talking about your upcoming match. I'm looking forward to it, honestly.
Thank you for having us. And the next time, don't stutter when we say our names. Elegido, the list superstar, Sebastian Cage. El hombre, el dueño, el Johnny Santos. ODIFC, first class.
Okay. Thank you. I'm going to write that down and I'm going to practice for next time.
Yeah.
Muchas gracias.
Hablamos, mi gente.
I will see you guys Friday. Thank you. I can't keep him straight. I'm sorry. Good thing I'm editing this all out.
It looks like you got a new favorite tag team there, Rick.
I do, man. Those guys are first class. I mean, seriously.
Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
You see there? Yeah.
Yes,
got that?
but go ahead.
Do enjoy those guys. I do enjoy those guys thoroughly. I'm getting 9,000 messages right here from everybody that's been on here and Coliseum fans as well. Don't forget, everybody, August 4th. We broke down the show pretty good, I think, so far. And let's go over the matches just one more time because actually some guys are jumping in on top of each other besides the scheduled times. But so we ended up having it was a little bit actually while it was a little more chaotic than the last show, it was still less chaotic than the last show.
Well, except for when you accidentally muted yourself.
I kept talking over the. I was trying to ask questions, and you were like, "Rick, you're muted." I was like, "God damn it!"
Well, I was like, I saw your mouth moving, and nothing was happening, and then I saw the little mic with a slash next to it next to your name. I'm like, "Uh-oh."
Can I tell you how many times I've done that live on air? So, yeah. So I want to thank every one of the talents that jumped in today: Hunter Tarca, First Class, Flying Eye, Edric Cash. PaidNFull. Jeez, man, I'm having brain issues today. Of course, Luis Leone and Nutrious X, all top class guys. Thank you guys for jumping in. We'll do this one.
But not first class. There's only one of
them.
Well,
there's only one first class, exactly. So we got Hunter Tarca taking on the Iron Outlaw John West. This is going to be. I think this is going to be a great match, Matt.
No, absolutely. It's going to be a very tough test for our champion. And again, this is what we do here at Coliseum. There's no easy days. We make our wrestlers earn everything. And so just because you haven't seen him doesn't mean he ain't legit. So this is going to be a fun matchup, and I'm excited to see it myself. I'm excited for the fans to see it.
Of course, Fly Night Noriega with Edric Cash. They are together, PaidNFull, taking on Malik Delvante. Like I said, I'm going to have to go with Flying Eye over this, but that guy has been on a legit roll as of late, and that guy is rising and rising and rising to the top, getting closer and closer. He's got to, at some point, they're going to have to put him in that title picture yet again.
Absolutely. And, this is an interesting, style matchup, not just in the ring, because Delvante, he just, I'm sorry, what was his last name again? Did I get that right?
You got it right. We were just told to call him something else, but
got it. Understood. So he likes to, he looks like, he likes to dress classy, kind of, I don't want to say flamboyant, but, stylish, I guess is more the word I want to use. And that's not Flying Eye. Flying Eye and E are both as real as it gets. And, Flying Eye and E, they spelled it out exactly how I would spell it out. And that goes to show that they are as real as it gets. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be fun. They're going to turn it from a wrestling match into a fight. And that's the way they thrive. That's the way it's going to be. And I'm excited to see how the opponent reacts. And another fun matchup, another very interesting style matchup, and another match that you have not seen yet at a Coliseum Pro Wrestling or anywhere in the area.
Wow, that's also we got the Coliseum Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions Hustle and Muscle. They will be defending the titles in an open challenge. Hustle and Muscle defeated Lorenzo Vendetta and Jake Lynn in the last show. For those titles, Jake was injured. They took those belts and they took advantage of that injury. I'll tell you that much. And these guys are on the rise. They've been working the scene for what, 3, 4, 5 years now. Hustle and Muscle, and they've been well as part of the firm, and these two have been teaming up quite a bit for about the last year. So and then these two gentlemen just got those titles, and I mean it's only up from here, man, for these guys.
It is, and we talked about it when we talked about the Vetranos. Like I saw the same kind of potential in Hustle and Muscle initially, and it wasn't an easy road, and it took a while, but now they're firing on all cylinders. Law and Order is in full effect, so y'all better watch out. As much as I don't like the way they carry themselves sometimes, doesn't mean they should be not taken seriously, not by any means. They are a serious threat. They are serious talents. They're champions for a reason.
Of course, we just spoke with the New Age Wrestling Tag Team Champions First Class, taking on Jay Onyx, Sean Knight, the Haven. These guys, I mean, one of the top tag teams in the Northeast, actually in the New England area. And it's not necessarily just New England. These guys have been going all over the place. Yes.
And this is definitely one to keep your eye on, folks. I know First Class very well. I know the Haven very well. It's going to be a very fun matchup. It's going to be a very exciting matchup. But the X Factor, and to be honest with you, I could not believe they actually were this open about it, is First Class is not opposed to bending the rules. First Class is not opposed to breaking the rules. And how the Haven are able to avoid that, how they are able to work through that, because it's First Class. It's going to happen. It's just a fact. And
right.
That's the biggest thing the Haven have to watch out for, is how First Class is going to manipulate things into their advantage. They are extremely good at that, but even if they don't, they're extremely talented anyway. But as we know, the Haven, one of the most exciting, one of the most beloved tag teams, not just in Connecticut, but anywhere they go just about. They get a raucous ovation. They're always going to have the crowd behind them. This one has Show Stealer written all over it.
I think you're right on that. I mean, you and I have both, we've been to that New Age wrestling. We've both, you announced there. I've made my debut there. Was it last month? The month before? And yes. I got to experience First Class as a whole. And, I've seen these guys wrestle, but in the past, but this is the first time that time was to see First Class as a whole. And damn, these guys really controlled that whole arena. It was kind of amazing.
What they do. That's what they do.
Yeah. Of course, we have the viral one, Mills Hendricks, making his Coliseum Pro Wrestling debut. I'm looking forward to this one because I have not seen him in quite some time. And this kid's, I've seen him on, watched his stuff on YouTube and stuff like that, but I have not seen him in person in a long time. But he's another one. He's getting better and better as time goes on. And of course, he's wrestling Ham.
Yes, yep. He is. And I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth, Rick. He's a viral one. He's young and on his grind, and he's been getting better and better. And he's gone out and about. He's learned a lot, and he's looking to put it all together and start building up wins here at Coliseum, and take his way to the top. But let me tell you this, though, Rick, you probably know at this point because you and I have become pretty good friends. I'm a big Spider-Man guy, and there's a character called Spider Ham. And even though he's a pig in a spider suit, he's still one of the best spider characters there is. So just because this guy, he might look a little, fun to some, hey, the kids love him, the fans love him, and listen, if he fires up that superhero strength, I mean, who's to say it's not going to be? Who's to say he can't walk out with the win? I certainly think he can if the stars align. So this is going to be a really fun matchup. I think this is going to be a really fun matchup and one to keep your eyes on for sure.
Absolutely. And of course, as we said, Mook and Stock, the Vetrano brothers, we spoke very highly of them and told us our opinions about them earlier in the show, taking on Luis Leone, the premier Luis Leone, and of course, Kevin Kidd. And Kevin, this could be a show stealer right here. I'm telling you, it really could. The way that Toronto Brothers have what I think the last time I spoke to them, they said they had about 7 matches under the belt. They're probably up to about 10, not even 12, I don't think. That's how young they are in this business. But I'm telling you, those kids are very, very impressive for guys that have only wrestled that amount of matches. And going against Luis Leone, who's been in the business for a little bit, and Kevin Kidd, who's also another guy, has got a handful of matches, who's got a lot of potential in the world of professional wrestling. This could be a very, very good match.
I agree with you, Rick. And here's the thing, we've already detailed this match pretty good earlier on, but again, you're right about the Vetranos. They wrestle the way they wrestle. You would never know that their match card isn't that high,
right?
Or their tally of matches isn't that high. However you want to word it. But I think, again, just to reiterate, to me, the X factor is going to be the chemistry between Luis Leone and Kevin Kidd.
100%.
I think they have the potential to work very well together. And again, Luis Leone, to his credit, he is a veteran in the game. He knows what he's doing. But, just with the way he was talking, you said this could be a show stealer. I think depending on how Luis Leone and Kevin Kidd work together, it could be a huge debacle in the sense that, if things fall apart between the two, I think the Vetranos are going to easily capitalize on it. So that's what I think the fans should be watching out for in this one.
Of course, the Strong Will Championship, Nutrious X, who we just heard from, taking on Bobby Buffet. Bobby Buffet getting out there quite a bit these days, man. And he's really getting out there. I think he just made an appearance on Busted Open this week, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
And of course, Monster Factory student, longest reigning Monster Factory champion, and reality TV star, I guess, for Apple Plus with the Monster Factory television show as well.
Yes, sir. And listen, Bobby Buffet is on a roll, and he's got all that stuff going for him. And the thing is that, he's coming off, in my opinion, a massive win against Prince Ahmed.
Yes.
And I knew Bobby could pull it off. But honestly, with what I had seen out of Ahmed recently, I was picking Ahmed in that one. I made that clear. And, Bobby made me eat my words, no pun intended. And but that's what Bobby Buffet is. Like I said, try and find someone with more heart, with more will, with more sheer determination that he has. And he has all the talent in the world in the ring to back it up as well. So, like I said, Nutrious X, I told him to his face, he's a veteran of the game. He's seen a lot. He's worked tons of matches. I've been there for many of them. The way his style is, he matches up well with anybody. But the thing is that I think this really could be Bobby Buffet's time. But in the same breath too, like I said, Nutrious X, he hasn't lost a step in all of these years, and he's still as crafty as they come. He can do just about anything, and this one could steal the show as well.
I think you're right about that. And I think that since Nutrious X has made his return to the ring, and I've said this on this program several times, that the kid's been on fire. The guy's been literally on fire. He's put on like amazing match after amazing match since he's been returned to the ring. And I'm really looking forward to this. I can't say enough good things about his matches, that it's on fire. And Bobby, of course, is Bobby Buffet. I think the guy's a future star. Legit. So 100%. All right. Matt, I want to thank you for coming in. I want everybody, August 4th, West Haven, Connecticut, at the Elks Lodge, Main Street. I want everybody to come in, get as loud as possible. This is going to be taped for television. We're looking to have a really good time. So come on, guys. Show up. Matt, do you have any closing comments tonight?
Listen, I'm like I said before, I'm furious that I'm not going to be here for that. And again, it is what it is. Things happen. But let me tell you what, I'm going to be watching back on that there WON Sports Network, because it's going to be live on, well, I shouldn't say live, but it is going to be on TV, which is a tremendous thing. And this is what you don't want to miss. This is in my opinion, one of, if not the fastest growing promotion in the Northeast. There's a lot of noise behind Coliseum Pro Wrestling. We proved last show that we can, that our cards stack up with anything out there right now. It's going to be an exciting product, and we've just detailed how amazing this one is. And it's not just on paper. I guarantee you it will deliver in the ring. And get your tickets, get your popcorn, and get ready for August 4th.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in this week, and we'll see you at the matches.